Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Azusa High and APU's APU Nutrition Course today, December 1st, 2020. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. We are going to respect everybody's time, and hopefully everybody had a nice time off. But we want to respect everybody's time, and we're going to go ahead and get started with today's presentation. Good afternoon, Ms. Shanae Maritza.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Finally, we're in lesson 5. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It still seems like a dream. I appreciate every one of you for calling in, listening, learning, asking questions, participating. Your support has meant so much to me. Today, we are going to talk about snacking the healthy snacks. So we started with classification of food on the week 1. Week 2, we talked about calories, food portion. We talked about portion, how much we need to eat. Week 3, we talked about calories, what these different food calories, what they have and how we can balance it out when we plan our meals. Week 4, we talked about how you can read the food label that you're buying so you know what is actually in the food that you're consuming. So today what I'm going to take us through is to see some examples of snacks that will be healthy for the family that we can use to replace the ones that are not so healthy for us that we are so used to. The lesson, like I keep saying, is not to shame anybody or make anybody feel guilty or inadequate. It's just to help us learn a few things we can introduce to our family to help us be more healthy. So having said that, the objective I want to accomplish today is, my screen is not moving. Let me try again. My screen is not moving. So what I want to accomplish, bear with me, my screen is frozen. I don't know why it's not moving. My screen has refused to move. Can one of you ladies, will you be able to share, please? If you can, I'll stop sharing. Mine is not moving. It's frozen.
Letty, I think you were ready to share.
Lady, do you have yours ready? Then I'll remove mine so you can, yeah, mine refused to move. It was just frozen and stuck. Forgive me, everybody on the line, it's technology issues.
No worries. I think Letty got on the phone, so
Okay.
let me see if I can share for you now.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry, Miss Maritza. I'm sorry, I forgot I was on mute. I have it up, so can you guys see it? Oh, you got it? Okay.
Okay, it's coming. Okay, I think Marisa got it. Okay, great. Thank you. Mine just froze, will not go. Okay, so what we want to accomplish is that by the end of the lesson, I will tell you what the health recommendations are from the Harvard School of Public Health. I will discuss some of the benefits of eating healthy snacks, some of the dangers if we don't heed the warning, and what are the things that make up a healthy snack. And also we talk about, I'll show you some examples of the ones you could practice. They are easy and simple to do at home. So including beverages, because snacks also include drinks. Just like when we discussed food, we talked about some of the things you drink. Okay, next one, please. Next slide. So if the recommendation from Harvard School of Public Health is that we serve beverages that are not sweet, do not have sugar. We are encouraged to drink more water than anything else. If at all we're going to serve juice, let it be juice made of fruit. Or we can give our families carrot, celery, and all those things that have water also. We are also encouraged to allocate price and you buy more of 100% juice if we thought we're going to buy juice for the family. We can also offer fresh fruits and vegetables. preferred over canned or frozen version. And when we want to serve grains, it is preferred that we serve from whole grains. When we did a classification of foods, I think we talked about the good carbohydrate and the ones that are not so good for us. Next slide, please. Next slide. Okay. So what are some of the benefits of choosing healthy snacks over unhealthy ones? The immediate benefits are that it helps us to avoid eating the things that we don't need. Because when you're hungry as a human being, the natural tendency is to consume whatever is placed in front of you. I don't know about you, that's how it happens for me. But if we eat healthy snacks in between, we don't crave everything we see. And the long-term benefits is that the protein that is included in your snack will give you some mental boost. It will help your brain to think better, function better. If you include whole grain and vegetables in your snack, it helps improve your mood and it will help you fight fatigue. So you don't feel like a roller coaster. You go up, you come crashing down. If we eat small, frequent snacks in between our meals, it keeps our blood sugar at a level, normal level, without it going up and down, up and down. So when we're hungry, we feel like we said before, you just feel like you want to eat anything in sight. But when you eat a lot of food, you also feel sluggish because your body is trying to break it down. Metabolism is taking so long. But if you eat snacks, small frequent meals, you feel better. You're going at an even scale for your whole body. Okay, next slide, please. So what are the long-term effects? Snacks are rich in protein, and this protein have a lot of amino acid. What this amino acid does, I know this is a little bit of biology, it increases the production of neurotransmitters. What do the neurotransmitters do in the body? They carry the healthy nutrients in the snack to the right place in your body to regulate your body function and help you stay alert. If you have small snacks several times a day, it helps you to avoid post-meal sleepiness. Has anybody fallen asleep on the couch after a meal? Yeah, right? If you eat so heavy, the next thing your body is going to do is just go to sleep, right there where you're sitting on the couch. But if we snack on snacks that contain omega-3 fatty acid like tuna, walnut, and some other nuts, it helps your brain to stay active. Okay, it also helps to control your blood pressure, keeps you away from heart disease, prevents depression and anxiety. Okay, next slide, please. So we've talked about some of the short-term effects of eating healthy snacks. Now the unhealthy ones. If we eat too much of unhealthy snacks, what do we gain? Acid reflux. Acid reflux is when you have that burning in your throat and your chest. You just feel like, oh my God, it's just like there's fire burning in there because your body has not been able to digest all those unhealthy snacks that you eat. Some of them are too high in salt, some of them are too high in fat, so your body is just battling it. You have poor sleep pattern. You feel a lot of bloating. You know what bloating is? You just feel like your body is full of gas. Your energy level is reduced. You have difficulty focusing. And you can go through what we call sugar crash. I'm sure every one of us have an idea what a sugar crash is. You feel so high all of a sudden, you come crashing to the bottom. So, but what are the long-term effects if we continue to use these unhealthy snacks? You could develop diabetes because some of them are loaded with sugar. You could have digestive problem. You could develop some bone and teeth problem, depression, heart disease, stroke, and cancer. Okay, let's go to the next one. So what makes up a healthy snack, we might ask ourselves. It should look like the food that you eat. Remember when we talked about my plate? We talked about dividing the plate into 4 places. One fourth of the plate, or 1/2, should be all vegetable. Any kind of vegetable you want, you can vary different kinds. And then the other half, 1/3 of it should be protein. and the other part you have half of it should be some carbohydrate or grain, whole grain, and then the other half should be some protein. That is the ideal way that we should eat. If you want to add fruits to it, then the other half of the plate should be 2/3 vegetable and 1/3 fruits. So if we're going to snack, the same way you are encouraged to mix it up. Choose from different, at least 2 to 3 different food groups. Make sure you include some fruits and vegetables in your snack, and pick fruits or vegetables that are low in fat, salt, and sugar. Stay away from anything that has trans fat. I told you that trans fat are the fats that are processed, like in the factory. After it has gone through a lot of processes, it comes out as a form of fat, but it's very, very unhealthy for your body. And before you buy, read the package. Like I've shown you how to read what the ingredients are and what you're buying. Make sure it doesn't have trans fat and it doesn't have hydrogenated oil. These are 2 things, and also high fructose corn syrup. If you can, avoid those 3 things. And you'll find out that high fructose corn syrup, sorry, I didn't add it on this slide, is contained in a lot of the things we buy for our children. When you go to store next, look at barbecue sauce, look at ketchup, look at all these things we buy, a lot of the things, the salad dressing and even the syrup that our children used to eat a waffle. Go and read the label. You see a lot of high fructose corn syrup. If you can, avoid choosing anyone that has high fructose corn syrup because it's not good for your children, neither is good for you. Okay, next slide. So these are some of, what do you need? These are some examples of some snacks. In this picture, I have apple, I have orange, I have strawberry, kiwi, a pear, blueberry, watermelon, grapes, banana, and mango. So you should eat very small meals, 3 to 5 hours, that's your main meal. Then in order to help you resist the urge, just take little snacks in between every 2 to 3 hours before you get to the main meal. So this will keep you at an even scale all day long. You'll be cruising. And it's advisable that you keep your snacks between 200 to 250 calories each time you consume a snack. So that's about 2 to 3 snacks in a day. Okay, next slide, please. So these are like comparisons. Remember, we did it when we also did food classification. In comparison, if you want to eat carrots, in this picture on the left, this is the quantity of carrot you can have compared to the other quantity of chips. If you want grapes, same thing compared to honey bun. If you want apple, you can eat a whole apple compared to 1/3 of a candy bar. If you want the melon versus a muffin, you can only eat maybe 1/4 of a muffin to compare to that, the celery and the pretzel. Then if you go on the other side of the picture, start out, these are all examples of snacks and the quantity we can consume at a time. You see all tomato, broccoli, green beans, all kinds of snacks in there. These are good measurements that will give you an idea what to go for. Next slide, please. So I'm going to give you some examples that you can easily prepare at home. They are not things that are difficult to do, and they are things that we have easily available in our homes. This is just an apple slice and peanut butter. You might have a child that does not like to eat apple, but maybe if you add the peanut butter in it, it makes it taste better because children enjoy peanut butter. All you do is wash the apple, slice it up into wedges, then put peanut butter in it. That's all. It doesn't take a lot of time. And your children or the whole family can enjoy it after meal. You know, sometimes after you eat, you are still craving something to chew. That's the best time. Just bring it up. Everybody chews it, drink water, and people are satisfied or in between meals. Okay, while watching TV. Next slide, please. This is an example of veggie dips. So you see how fancy they made it? It just gives you an idea. Sometimes if you make some snacks fancy, there might be things children don't like to eat, but just because of the way you present it, they'll go for it. This one is carrot, celery, and cucumber. Maybe if you hand them over cucumber, they won't like my children, even though they are grown. If you don't wash an apple, mango, carrot, and slice it up, they won't touch it. But as soon as you slice it up and put it in nice dishes, they will grab it all. So you can use yogurt as a dip. You can use hummus. You can use ranch dressing, but if you're using ranch, you have to be careful because of the sodium content of it. Remember, we did break down the ranch dressing when we did calories and the reading levels of what it contains. So all you need is wash them up, slice them up, put a little bit of dip in a disposable cup and dip them in there and hand over everybody in your family. And everybody will be happy. You'll be surprised how much they enjoy it just because you did it a little bit different. Okay, next slide, please. This is very common, black bean and corn salsa, and a lot of you know how to make it. So you make the corn salsa really rich. You see, this one has black bean, it has corn, it has some vegetables, cilantro, it has tomato, it has, I'm sure, garlic and everything else that you need in it. And then just use it to dip what do you call it? The chips. And then you just dip it in it and enjoy as a snack for the whole family without overindulging. Okay, next one. So this is just a wheat cracker turkey sandwich. What do we have here? You get the crackers. You can use a little bit of spread, or you can leave it. Actually, the turkey and the vegetable and the raisins will give you the taste. You don't need a lot of mayo. I know some of us like mayonnaise to heat it up. If you can cut down on the mayonnaise, that would be good. Or you can use cream cheese. Light. Just put a little bit of cream cheese over the cracker, add some vegetable, maybe spinach, and add your turkey, roasted turkey. Good enough. Very easy, very simple, that the whole family can enjoy. Next one, please. This one is made of crackers and smoked salmon. If you are somebody that shops at Costco, you see that they have the packages of already smoked salmon. You don't have to smoke it yourself unless you have a special way you want to make it that is best for your family. Like this smoked salmon, I also use it for salad. Somebody said, I've never eaten salmon with salad. Try it. You will like it. Not a lot of it, just a little bit of it. So you can get the crackers, put cream cheese on it, and just add the smoked salmon. Good enough. It's a great form of snack. Light, easy, simple. Okay. Another one. So this one is a quinoa taco. So I know a lot of us might not like quinoa, but I love it. I enjoy it. It's light. It's better than rice. So you can just make a little bit of quinoa. You have avocado, you have black beans, you have tomato, you have onions. You make it and then just enjoy it. I even put the steps for you. So you saute the onion and the garlic, you add your broth, maybe chicken broth, you add your quinoa and spices. Just let it cook for a little bit, stir in the corn and the black beans, and that's it. You add your cilantro and your lime. Ready to serve with your tortilla, your corn tortilla that you have at home. Because I don't want to scare people that you cannot eat your tortilla anymore, but these are ways you can enjoy your tortilla without overindulging. You can eat one or two, that's good enough for a snack. Okay, next one. These are Mexican tortilla pinwheels. I'm sure these are different ways you can enjoy your tortilla without running away completely from it. So in this one, you have your regular tortilla, you have cheddar cheese or cream cheese, you have chili powder, you have black beans that you already cooked, ready to go. You can add avocado, you can add mango, you can add what you like, cilantro, and then wrap them up with your tortilla. Cut them out. So with one tortilla, you can make about 2 or 3 of this. So it helps you not to eat too much tortilla. At least you have vegetables and black beans added to it. This is good. It can also be used for a meal. It doesn't have to be a snack. Okay, next slide. So this one is veggie snacks with hummus. So some of us like hummus. We have different kinds of it. Some are veggie-based. Some have beans, some have all kinds of things. So remember to read the ingredients, see if it's something you like. All you need is just wash your cucumber, slice it, get your spinach, maybe some carrot, add some olive oil, teaspoon of balsamic vinegar, mix it up, you are ready to go. By the time you finish eating this pita chip, maybe one or two, just the cucumber alone will fill you up. You dip it, you use the dip, the hummus, and enjoy it. I'm telling you, you're good to go. These are very, very easy to make. They're not difficult. They're not too expensive. They're things we can afford also that we can have easily at home. Okay, next. So these ones are trail mix. I put it in there because a lot of us enjoy trail mix, eating it while we go. But if you go to the section where they sell trail mix in the store, you see there are so many different kinds. Some of them they add the M&M, some they add all kinds of raisins, some even the sweets are more than the nuts itself. So be careful what you're choosing. Try to choose the ones that have only nuts, sunflower seed, and dried fruit. Keep away from all those ones that are full of sugar, because that's another way to make you eat too much sugar without realizing it. And you think you're eating healthy snack. No, you're not. You're just consuming the sugar. Yeah. Okay, next slide. So this is cheese and celery with tomato. You see how they made it all fancy? It looks like a restaurant. But all there is just celery. You wash your celery, you slice it out. You cut maybe your string cheese, put it on top of it. You can use a stick and make it like kebab. Stick it together, enjoy it. It's very simple. It's healthy. You don't overindulge. It looks really yummy, Myra. So these are simple ways you can use everyday stuff that you already have at home without knowing what to do with it. Instead of going to the store and loading up your cart with cheese, chips and all that, and cheese balls and all kinds of stuff that we're used to for our children, just pick up some of these things. Be creative with it. There are other ways. All I'm showing you, I'm not sure, this is not all, but this is just the ones I have the time to show you that you can do it. It's not hard to do. Okay, next slide. So how much water? Now we come to the beverages, because as we're eating these snacks, we need also water to go with it. Number one choice is water, but some of us do not like drinking water so much. So you can go for fruit juice, but let it be 100% juice. Some of these beverages should be limited, the amount that we consume. Also, milk can be a good form of liquid. If people like alcohol at night, when you're not drinking, you're not going anywhere, keep it in moderation. Nobody said you shouldn't drink alcohol, just keep it in moderation. So avoid soda, avoid sports beverages and energy drinks. Why? Look at, this is the body composition. 70% of your body is made up of water. Your brain alone has 75%, your lungs, 90%. The bones, for you to move your muscles, has 24% water. Your blood that pumps around your body has 85% of water. Your skin, 80%, and your muscles, 75%. So you can imagine when there's no water in your system, how does all these systems of the body function? So you need to give it water, a lot of it. Okay, next slide. So how much water do we need per day? I think we talked about this also when we talked about classification of food. So since water makes up 75% of the weight of your body, every cell, every tissue, every organ needs water to function well. And we also need water for our body to get rid of waste through urine, doing number 2, and when we sweat. Now in this cold season, you know we don't sweat a lot because it's cold. So the only way, the major way your body gets rid of water now in this cold season is through urination and through number 2. So water also is necessary to keep our body temperature within normal. It helps lubricate our joints and our lungs. It's important for our overall heart health. So if you have not made it a habit yet, try. Keep trying until you begin to enjoy water. Okay, next slide, please. So this is another suggestion. If maybe your children or you struggle with drinking water, adding a little bit of flavor to your water can help because it makes you feel like you're drinking juice. So these are just some of the examples. Wash them. You get your fruits, blueberry, strawberry, orange, lemon, slice it, add it, cilantro, add it to the water. It gives it a flavor and makes it easy for you to swallow it. Watermelon, you can add peach. Whatever you have that is easily available for you, add it to your water. Put a straw. It just makes you feel like you're drinking juice, but you're not. And at the same time, you're consuming water. Okay. The next slide, please. So these are some also smoothies. That's another way you can consume water, fruits, and vegetables combined. There are different kinds here. I added the one for that you use pineapple, mango, ginger. Another one you use orange, vanilla, yogurt, or carrot, peach. You can do it different ways so long as you mix it up. Always add some vegetable to the fruits. Don't make it fruits only because if you make it fruits only, sometimes it comes out too sweet. So add things like celery, spinach, kale, but don't do it too much because if you do it too much, the taste might change. So if you balance it out with the fruits and the vegetable, I gave you some of the recipe here. It comes out great, and your children, even the ones that do not like vegetable, will enjoy it. And at the same time, they are consuming vegetable and fruit that you need to stay healthy. Next slide, I think, is just more of the ingredients of this one. So you have the one that is you make with almond milk, you add yogurt, you add frozen raspberries, frozen strawberries, watermelon. Then the purple one, you use pomegranate juice, vanilla yogurt, blackberries, blueberries, cherries, whatever you have. There's no rule that said it must be this things listed here. Experiment with it. Try different ingredients. Try different things. See what works best for your family. Some people use yogurt, almond milk. Some people use regular milk. Some use just water. Some, whatever works for your family. Just give it a try. Add some ice chips. I do add ice chips to it. And then enjoy it. Some might like it frozen. Some might like it just cold. Some might like it warm. So whatever works for your family, go ahead and try it. Okay, I think next slide. I think that's about it, what I have. So this is some suggestion of healthy snacks that could replace some of the ones we already used to. It's up to you as a mother of the house to decide what is best for your family. You try different things and see what works. Your children will tell you their preference, your husband, yourself. You begin to enjoy a particular one and then you increase it. If you see that your family is enjoying it, you might not have time to do it every day, but at least once, two or three times a week. Vary it. Some of them are very simple. You can make it, really quick. By the time your children go into school, put it in their lunchbox or when they get back to school in between meals. Here is your snack before I finish cooking dinner. So everybody is happy. Okay, let me have your questions or comments or anything you need to add.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Ms. Shani. That was really great information. Yes, if you guys want to go ahead and unmute yourselves, please feel free to do so or put it in the chat. Let me see what's in the chat. Oh, Miss Rico, yes, those drinks do look yummy, and the snacks are really, yes. And you gave a good what was it, like replacement, like the cream cheese? So is
Mm-hmm.
cream cheese healthier than, of course, mayonnaise, right?
Yes, it's healthier. Yes. Mm-hmm.
I was looking for the cream cheese one. Shanae, you also put one, I think it was a ranch, the veggie dips.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says yogurt. And I've also learned
Mm-hmm.
that non-fat Greek yogurt, the plain yogurt,
Mm-hmm.
is healthier choice than sour
Yep.
cream. And it
Yep.
tastes actually the same. And it
Yes.
really, really, really surprised me because I'm like, I don't want to put yogurt on my enchiladas. That's gross.
Mhm.
But it literally tastes the same and it's healthier.
Exactly.
Mm.
That is a good observation because sometimes we get turned off by those things without trying it. But when you give it a try, you find that if I want to eat plain yogurt, like you said, I add like nuts
Hmm.
and blueberry and raspberry and things like strawberry. It makes it taste a little better just to keep me away from the sugar. Because everything else, the tiny cup can contain up to 32 to 36 grams of sugar. And you don't want that. Yeah. Very
Yeah.
good observation. Thank you.
Is there? I know we have our three guest parents. We have Myra, Miss ID, Miss Anna. Do you have any snack tips or something that you learned today that you're like, oh wow, actually I'm going to try that, or something that works really well for your families during snack time or those munchy times that you'd like to share?
Actually, I have a question. I
Mhm.
wanted to ask about whipped cream. And my kids love to put it on there. And when I read the nutrition label, it doesn't have a lot of sugar added to it or anything. Um, what do you think about that? What's your recommendation on whipped cream?
Whipped cream is light, it doesn't have sugar, but it's loaded with salt. So you have some salt, and then you have ingredients that are not natural sugar that makes it taste better, that disguises. It's not pure sugar, but it has something. So it's okay to use whipped cream, but just in moderation, if that's what they prefer. But vary it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can use whipped cream, other times they can use something else. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm. You're welcome.
I know mom life is a very busy and hectic life, but
Mhm.
I learned that I made whipped cream at home once,
Mhm.
and it was
Mhm.
so good.
Okay.
And I'm figuring it's a really easy thing to do, but of course,
Mhm.
mom life is totally different. But it's
Mhm.
heavy whipping cream, and you
Mhm.
control the amount of sugar you put. So if
Okay.
you don't want it to be too sweet, and you whip it. You whip it with like
Mhm.
the electrical blender or the
Mhm.
whisk
Okay.
until it foams up, and that's your whipped
Okay.
cream. So it's heavy whipping cream, and then whatever amount of sugar you control how
Okay.
much.
Okay. So that's a good way to enjoy whipped cream and at the same time control the sugar. So since you know how to do it, sure, why not? Even hummus, some people know how to make their own hummus at home and they control the ingredient and what they put in it. So it's up to you. These things are all possible. It's just that we have to give it a little bit of time, maybe Google it, find better ways to do it, and then control what we really put in our body.
Yeah.
Any more questions? Is there anyone that you say, oh no, this one, or is there anyone that you find it difficult or something you think you can adapt?
Come on.
If while you're thinking of the questions, if we can talk a little bit about how this is the last class,
Mm-hmm.
and congratulations to you three ladies for sticking with us and accomplishing it.
Good job.
So,
Thank you.
as you know, in the messages that I was sending, if you attend at least 4 of the 5 classes, or if you missed and you messaged me and you let me know that you were trying to make it, and I sent you the recording, so that counts as a class.
Mm-hmm.
I have your phone number, I have your name, so I will be contacting you with the final survey, which is the one that you took at the beginning before the course started, so we can test to see what you learned. It's still anonymous. We still don't know who's turning it in, but we'll get
Mm-hmm.
to know like what you learned, and that way Shanae can acquire this information and see how well she did herself and how she can improve as for her teaching and for
Mm-hmm.
her education as well. So I'll be sending that to you, if not today, tomorrow. And Shanae will be contacting me, and I'll be contacting you regarding your gift certificates that you'll be getting for your groceries.
Absolutely.
Most likely we will be mailing those out to your address. So you have my phone number. That's the text message. That's where you keep getting the text messages from for today's class. And we can confirm over the phone or by text your address and everything. Any other questions for Ms. Shanae? We do have about 10 minutes. While you're waiting, go ahead.
I have a question, but it was okay. I don't know if it has to do with snacks, but shrimp.
Go
When
ahead.
I saw this, I was like, how about shrimp?
Okay.
Shrimp.
I know that shrimp is seafood, and a lot of us enjoy it.
Yes.
But it's not the most recommended seafood for you because you know what? Shrimp are grouped as scavengers. And scavengers are seafood that sea animals that just stay around the surface to grab whatever mess that gets in the water. So it's not the most recommended for you because the nutrition says that it contains a lot of mercury.
Okay.
Yeah, shrimp and catfish and which other one? I know about those two mainly. That is why you're more recommended to go for tuna, salmon, especially deep sea salmon, and the other bigger one because they swim deeper and wider, so they don't have to consume every nonsense that comes into the sea. But for shrimp, whatever comes in there, they grab it. So it's not the most healthy. It doesn't mean you should not consume shrimp, but it has to be in a very controlled quantity. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, okay. So sticking to salmon then.
Salmon and tuna are the best recommended fish, seafood for you, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But everything in moderation.
Yes.
Exactly. We're talking about balance here. We're not scaring anybody to stop eating, but it's just to be conscious, to be mindful of what you're indulging in. It. That's it. Yeah. Okay, ladies. Has anybody? I hope this has been beneficial to you. That it wasn't a wasted 5 weeks.
Oh.
No, I'm sure we all learned a little something new out of it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Ms. ID, did you have something you wanted to add?
I don't have a question, but I've done the smoothies with fruits and vegetables, and I don't need to add any sugar, and they taste like if they already have sugar in there.
You don't have to add any sugar, yes. Fruits have a lot of natural sugar in them, yes.
Yeah, and it tastes really good. So I've tried those. Yeah.
It does. It does. I have tried it and I really love it. Yeah. Okay. Even the other topics that we did before, does anybody have any question? Maybe another area you want us to touch up a little bit before we go? The other topics that we already covered from week 1?
Can you remind us what they were? Calories?
Yeah, the first one was a classification of food, different kinds of food, the good ones and the bad ones. We talked about the calories, content of different food. Then we talked about the portion, how much you can eat at a time and how you can divide it up for each meal. Then we talked about how you can read your food labels before you choose what is best for you and your family. And then today we did the snacks. So, yeah.
No problem, Miss Anna. Her mic isn't working at this time.
Oh.
Yeah.
What I did share, what I did share in the chat, if you guys are thinking of questions or maybe they come to mind after this is over, feel free to text me and I can ask Ms. Janae, and then I'm sure she will reply with an answer for you. If you wanted a recording because you wanted to watch it again from one of our sessions, I have the links to all those recordings and I can send them to you. You can reach out to me, text me, or I'll try to send them all if you want to have the collection of the 5 classes with you. That'd be great too. I also put a link for a different type of survey. It's a really small survey. It's the end of a workshop, so it's a new type of survey where we just want to see what you learned from it. Like, is this a type of workshop, nutrition? Is this a type of workshop that you would like to see in the future again, or something small, just so we can do better and continue doing our best in providing the type of workshops that benefit you, family, parents of Azusa High School.
That is awesome, Marisa, to include. And anytime you guys have a program you want me to present something, please reach out to me. You have my contact. I'll be happy and willing to do that. Okay?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. You guys have been amazing. Mm-hmm.
Well, also thank you to you, Missionary, for taking the time and getting all this info for us. It was very helpful, and it's always like you said, it's just a reminder sometimes that we need, because we live crazy lives, or and you're at home, you're like, no, nothing looks good, and you just kind of help reinforce. And yes, so thank you.
That is so true.
Yes,
You're so welcome.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Dr. Crawford, I know you're there. Thank you for your support. Thank you for making the time always to log in and to listen and support. Appreciate you so much.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, if we don't have any more questions or comments, then I will give you ladies back your time. I know you have other things you want to do.
Fabulous job, Shanae.
Thank you so much, Dr. Crawford. Thank you.
My cousin is sitting, listening through the sessions as well with me. And she says that you've made it easy to understand and practical and enough information, but not too much.
Thank you. I appreciate that feedback because you don't want to overwhelm people with information that they get confused. It's something you want people to be able to apply at home, and look back and say, oh, yeah, this has helped. I want to continue, because health is a lifestyle. It's not a one-time thing. You just keep trying and see what works for you and your family. Yeah.